Ate mutongoria wa kirima ndari security. Ate mutongoria wa kirima Nikunyamaruo agakoma thibitari. Mutumia mutongoria wa kirima Akirira. Tutiri Tuona.
God will take care of me. I don't have to have security. I don't have to have drivers. I don't have to have cars. Please allow the court process to take place.
Rigiji has said that there has been multiple attempts on his life, one by food poisoning, and also right now, courtesy of where he's at the whole impeachment process, he says that his security was withdrawn and he doesn't have security. The staff of his office has been withdrawn and sent on compulsory leave so that the office functions can be crippled. And now he's there saying that he doesn't understand how much of an animal President William Ruto is.
Today doesn't even look like Mashujaa Day. It just looks like another, extraordinary day, or a rather ordinary day where the celebration on it, because that theme and that feeling of Mashujaa-ness has not been felt, especially
In Kisumu and Baghdad, and one of them tried to poison my food, but we detected it and we were able to escape the scheme. I was supposed to be killed through poisoning. On 3rd of September, in Nyeri, another team from the National Intelligence Service came to Nyeri and tried to poison food that was meant for me and Kikuyu Council of Elders. I did report this matter to the National Intelligence Service, and the officers who were assigned to my office, I asked them to leave because I felt I was not safe.
They tried to kill Gachagua twice. Twice. One time in Kisumu and the other time was in Nyeri. And in both occasions, Gachagua says it was the NIS that tried to kill him. He says for the last 1 year, it has been the most difficult for him. And the reasons? He has given several reasons. Reason number one, he has been opposing some of the policies the government has adopted and some of the decisions that Ruto had made. So the whole battle about Gachagua was because he resisted the president from doing certain things. The unfortunate thing is we have a government that does not care. Gachagua says Ruto is very vicious and cruel. He has repeated that word, vicious and cruel. He's also said that he now understands that Ruto never intended to keep him in the presidency. He only wanted to win the presidency and then get rid of him. He seems very surprised. But one thing is clear. When you have a bad person, they don't become good because you're friends with them. They are fattening you for slaughter. And that's exactly what has happened to Gachagua. He has left today in a RAV4 with all his family in that car. There were no cars escorting him. He drove alone. This is very disheartening. I don't like crucifying man who is down, because there is a time I was down and people tried to crucify me. So I decided I will never do that again. I don't want to say a lot about Gachagua for today. That man has gone through hell. Let's give it up. Even the people that we think are our enemies, probably they are our friends. I remember when Uhuru told us not to vote for Ruto, and he insisted that we will regret. And he kept on saying that I know this man more than any one of you. And I'm telling you, he's not the best person for this country. But did we listen? We did not. Now today we are where we are because we didn't listen. Okay, given all politicians are liars, Gachagua being one of them. But let's give this man some time to talk. I am aware, I'm sure he has a lot to say moving forward. Let's wait and see what happens.
Maundu maria turona thaa ici tutire tuona ati mutongoria witu Akirira ehereirio security. Na nĩ ma ũrĩa Uhuru augaga ithuĩ twĩ ciana tũraciarirwo hĩndĩ ya Kibaki, tũraheo masomo ya bure, tũraheo computer, tũraheo kĩrinda mama kĩ, tũrakirwo mabara. Tũtirĩ tuona maũndũ marĩa tũrona thaa ici. Atĩ mũtongoria wa Akirira ndarĩ security, atĩ mũtongoria wa Akirira Nikunyamaruo agakoma thibitarĩ, Mutumia mũtongoria wa Akirira Akirira. Tutiri tuona, sisi hatujawahi ona hivyo. Ithuĩ nĩ hĩndĩ tũrona maũndũ mamwe. Atĩ rĩu thaa ici no twĩngurupire youths a Mount Kenya tũhe Rigathi security, tondũ ndarĩ ona ũmwe ona kĩhĩ ndarĩ. Maũndũ mamwe tũronaga na Raila nginya tũroria kamekĩkaga rĩu. Atĩ njaruo nĩcio ciatũprotectaga Raila. Rĩu atĩ rĩu nĩ ithuĩ rĩu tũkũnyitana tũthiĩ mĩciĩ ya Rigathi tũmũprotect, tũrũmagĩre ngari cia Rigathi ithuĩ andũ a Mount Kenya.
Today doesn't even look like Mashujaa Day. It just looks like another, extraordinary day, or a rather ordinary day, where the celebration on it, because that theme and that feeling of Mashujaa-ness has not been felt, especially by me. I don't know about you, but you can tell me at the comment section down below. So just a while ago, former deputy president, for that matter, has been discharged out of hospital. He says, he says President Ruto doesn't listen. He says he tried to advise him and tell him the truth. He tried to share with him, how Kenyans feel about the Adani deal, the Chief Sheriff, the JKIA, the minister, like the education funding. Bruv, there's a lot going on. He says they attempted to poison him. Then they're saying they've withdrawn his security. He feels like his life is in danger. There's a lot. On the other side, Eric Omondi has been abducted. The other side, yesterday, Morara Kebaso has been, attacked. And I tell you, it was prophesied, think a couple of 2 months ago, that Kenyans will not have it their way. And as much as you will quote the Constitution, you will come to television shows and talk about how you feel that this is not a human right. This is not how the Constitution says. They said in the prophecy that you will not have it your way. And this is because the system made pact with the feast of the best system. And this is what's going to happen. They will form a feast of oppression and revenge. And if that means blackouts in some certain areas that are just incessant and uncontrollable, if that means internet gagging, if that means water shortage in some places, if that means abducting some people to curb and control this international shame that you guys brought on your leader on the 25th of June by breaking into parliament. In the prophecy they said, this government will be vindicated and they will fight back. So what you're experiencing right now is probably just a montage of what's loading and up in store next for you. So you better be ready. You better be ready. It's very scary. I'm not happy as I deliver this as well, but trust me, it's not going to be business as usual. And you know what? In the prophecy, the person, proceeds further and say that they saw the president up there get so enraged and so angry, and they made laws that were not in line with even international law, with human rights law, even with, civil. Bruv, have you read about your Human Rights Act? Have you read about, what is it? It's called the policy of what? In the Kenyan Constitution. Have you read about it? So the system will not even conform to any of those. So that's why, like Article 37, there's even a member of parliament who was pushing against it. I don't know if it was, considered on who should go out to picket and demonstrate on what exactly. Right now, try and attempt and say you're going to demonstrate in the CBD. In fact, they passed it. There's no picketing and demonstrating in the CBD. If you be found, you be shot dead. You will disappear to oblivion. In fact, the other day, was it about the content creators, social media regulation bill or something called the Creative Fund? They passed it. Now they have the Digital Content Creators Association of Kenya. It's meant to curb and control who says what and what on social media. And if that will include you being abducted and your body being found, I don't know in what county, so be it. Because the shame, literally, Kenyan Gen Z's made it to, the cover of New York Times. So there's no way they're going to just let you go scot-free like that. So what you're seeing right now is just a teaser. But then the saddest part about that prophecy is that they're saying, God will not allow you guys to have your way. It's like those are the consequences of the best system. So I don't know what you guys are going to do, but I'll tell you this. You continue praying, continue staying steadfast. The Bible says the righteous will not, the prayers of the righteous will not go unanswered. They will not be ignored. So stay resolute, stay steadfast, stay forthright, stay grounded in your spirituality, because as where we are heading right now towards the end of 2024, trust me, it's not a beautiful story.
So nimeona Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua ametoka hosi a few minutes ago. And let me tell you, I know you might be wondering, is it right to call him Deputy President? Yes, he's still the Deputy President because there has not been a new one substantively sworn in, and also there are conservatory orders that have stayed the swearing in of the new one until the matter is heard and determined by court. So for now, he's still the Deputy President. So ametoka hosi, and let me tell you the things he has said on that interview. Hey, siju kutendaje, because Rigiji has said that there has been multiple attempts on his life, one by food poisoning, and also right now, courtesy of where he's at the whole impeachment process, he says that his security was withdrawn and he doesn't have security. The staff of his office has been withdrawn and sent on compulsory leave so that the office functions can be crippled. And now he's there saying that he doesn't understand how much of an animal President William Ruto is. And it's so shocking to see that two people who ran together, campaigned together, now one is accusing the other one of animosity. Amwambia unaweza fanya kenye unataka na hii nchi, you can do whatever you want with the whole country, but just let him be. He's also told the nation that the reason why he's being hounded out of office is because he told the president the truth, that he's overtaxing Kenyans. He is that Adani is not good for the country. And I am just wondering, one day in politics is so long. What do you think about what Rigiji has said?
Niho ndarutire wimbo ngiuga